Welcome everyone, Ashe, Oya Gal here, coming at you with another spiritual forecasting of the day, of the week. I hope everyone has been doing well, keeping yourself safe, staying inside, keeping yourself healthy, hydrated, all that fun stuff. Ashe to you, Ashe to me, Ashe to our ancestors, known and unknown. Thank you all for being here. And again, I want to just thank you all for remaining consistent and keeping up with me in everything that I do. I have libations here for the ancestors. I'm so happy that it's so beautiful out. They've been just providing just beautiful energy. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to be using my Orisha, Tarot of the Orisha deck. I've been newly revisiting my decks as of lately, and my Orisha deck has never led me wrong when it comes to messages from spirit and such. Yeah, so let's see what the ancestors have to say to us today through this deck. Ashe. Yes. It's been so beautiful out. And I love just being out here and enjoying nature, just enjoying everything it has to say to me. I speak to it. I meditate with it. You know, I do all that fun stuff with nature. I have to. It's the only way to stay sane, right? Yeah. Okay. So what does Spirit have to tell us today? Okay. So we're pulling 3 cards. So we have 4 of Fire in reverse. What is this? 8 of Earth in reverse. And we have 10 of Fire in reverse. Okay. So the 4 of Fire in reverse. We have all this fire and all this earth. Okay, 4 of Fire. It means that here, right side up, you see that the man, he's coming back from a hard journey. The war is ending. The people are coming back into the village. One guy is holding the woman in his arms, showing that nice balance of feminine and masculine energy. Coming into this, the fire energy, you have to remember you've got your Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Fire energy can be combative. It can be defense. It can be passion, creativity. Right now, it's showing that if the card were in straight up, it's showing that the everything is coming forth. You're coming from war. Everything that you've been fighting against has ended, and it's, you know, there's hope and there's peace coming to you in your community. But right now, in reverse, it's showing that there's a little bit of fret, there's a little bit of turmoil, there's a little bit of concern that's happening amongst you and your community or your environment, your atmosphere that you surround yourself with. Don't let things that haven't come to pass put you in fear. Okay, if you are feeling paranoid and you're feeling that things of a certain pattern are going to keep recycling over, keep happening over, maybe that's a message from Spirit that they want you to keep experiencing certain things in order for you to finally get it, in order for you to change the narrative, right? And then it's moving into this 8 of Earth. I'm sorry, there are yellow jackets. I thought they would leave me alone. I have moved twice, okay? So bear with me if I seem a little fidgety. It's just because of them, okay? But yes, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 pots sitting here with this man. And it's showing that 8 of Earth, that everything that you've worked for is good. It's grounded. You've used your hands. You've used your supplies from the earth. Everything that has been supplied to you from the earth is there at your feet. But in reverse, it's showing that you're not taking advantage of all the things that earth has provided for you, all of the things that earth has laid out for you to embellish upon. You know, you can use earth to survive through consumption. You can use earth to survive through monetary uses. You can use earth to survive through comfort. If the earth is giving back to you, you should also give back to the earth. Invest time into the earth. Make sure your areas are clean, your ways of living are clean and necessary for the environment to survive. Not just you to survive in the environment, but the environment to survive on its own as well. And then you've got your 10 of fire, which means, as it is right side up, you're walking across the flames. You are walking across the hot coal. You are taking the risk of getting to your destination. Right side up is actually positive, showing that you have worked really hard going through the turmoil, the toughness, the things that are just meant to break you. And now it's time to relish in the fact that you have survived the hardest parts of the journey. The journey is everything. The journey is everything. We think that it's the end goal that's everything, but really the process to get to the end goal, the journey, the story is what we live for. It's what it's all about. Okay? And so we've got your female Eshu, you've got your 8 of water, and you've got Elegba. Okay? Female Eshu is that strong feminine energy, that root chakra, that passion, that sense of knowing who you are from the root, knowing who you are from the grounding. Okay, female Eshu offers that sensuality of feminine respect, that sensuality of knowing your power. Okay, this is more angled towards the feminine energies that are watching this, the female energies that are watching this. Know your passions, know your energy. Okay, know your power. And a lot of people like to say the power is in a nice way to say the female anatomy, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Okay, there's power in it, and you need to know that there is power in it. Female Eshu also represents those past turmoil, traumas that you've experienced. And you've experienced your traumas and your passions in the same area, that root area. Okay, and when that root area is damaged, you hold on to a lot of trauma, you hold on to a lot of bitterness, a lot of grudging. This is a time to heal your most innocent self. Okay, so that you recognize the power in your true divine self. And then it's moving into 8 of water. Okay, you're being pulled down by other outside forces. Don't allow yourself to be pulled down by outside forces. No one or nothing should be able to have power over how you move, how you interact, your decisions that you make. This is all on you. Okay, don't allow other outside forces to pull you down. Also, this is a water energy card. Okay, you got your Pisces, your Cancer, and your Scorpios. Okay, you got the octopus. He's as strong and stubborn as a Scorpio. He's moving through the waters of Cancer, and the boat is floating on the sensitivity of Pisces, on that risk of trusting the waters, trusting the sails, and that it won't be rocky. You've got to have that water energy. Even though you're going with the flow, you still need to remain mighty and grounded and not easily swayed. Okay, and then that moves into your Elegba, being upside down. Elegba is the Orisha of the crossroads. He's the Orisha of choice. He reminds you, I like to call him Eshu, and a lot of Christians like to call Eshu Jesus, right? He is there to show that you've got options. Okay, and right now you're not taking into consideration all the options that you have in your crossroads of life. Eleba or Elegba is also the Orisha that you have to speak to in order to speak to the other Orishas. He is the one that you speak to directly after you speak to your ancestors. And then these ancestral offerings here, these faces with the cowrie shells on them, these are representative of your ancestors. This also represents that we're not speaking more to our ancestors, we're not meditating more, we're not listening more to our higher selves, our higher beings that are actually trying to communicate with us on a consistent level. Okay, if they're trying to communicate with us on a consistent level, we should be consistent with them and communicate with them. Okay, they only communicate with us so that our karma remains good, and so that way if they come back to this earth, or if we come back and return to this earth, then we know how to do things differently. And so they don't want us to make the same mistakes, as we don't want them to make the same mistakes as they did when they were here on this plane. Correct? And so moving into my Dust to Onyx deck, what does Spirit have to say? Ashe to the ancestors. Okay. Let's see. So, bless this divine deck that we may get divine messages from you, divine spirits. Ashe. Ashe to all the ancestors known and unknown. What is your guidance for today? Okay. So we've got Three of Staffs. Three of Staffs. We've got the Emerging One in reverse. And then we have Little Coin in reverse. Okay. So Three of Staffs is that balance of creativity, that balance of passion and creativity, as well as all of the things that we're trying to go for in our lives. Okay. And then it's moving into the Emerging One. Now the Emerging One is that literally like that innocent one, the child in you. Okay. The third eye intuition. Right now we are not trusting in that childlike intuition, that deep raw emotion that is coming out of us. We need to trust in it, because with that deep raw emotion we're able to just literally delve into all of the things that pop in our heads without any hesitation, second guessing, none of that stuff that we become limited with the more we grow up. We need to have that raw childlike creativity, that childlike way of taking a risk without worrying about the consequences, you know. And then it moves into Lil Coin. Okay, we're still very amateur with our money. We're very amateur with our careers, with everything that we're trying to get a grasp on. And because we're so we're so fundamentally lacking in our creativity, our innocence, if you will, our nostalgia, it's translating into us being a little amateur with our money and how we fund ourselves, how we give back to ourselves to grow, to prosper, and to build a legacy for ourselves. Okay, there's a lot of balance with our creativity and with our want for doing better, our passions and our ambitions and our motivations for doing better, but now it is time to do. And the Emerging One forces us to not think so much, but to do. Okay, and is moving into the Ten of Staffs. Ten of Staffs being that we are almost at our end goal with, again, these tens are popping up, like we are finally getting to reap what we've sowed. We get to embellish upon everything that we've worked upon, but we are second guessing our creativity and everything, and we're more concerned for things that are going to pop up that haven't come up yet. We need to stop being paranoid. I'm literally talking to myself. And we need to trust in the magic in us. Okay, right now there's a suspension in reverse, meaning that we are having out-of-body experiences. Okay, we're having out-of-body experiences and dreams that are coming from the ancestors, but we're not retaining it. We're not receiving the information and really keeping it in so that we can study from it and be better from it. And then it's going into Four of Blades. Okay, get your army up, get your Get your people up. The people who are here for you, the people who have already said that they're dedicated to succeeding with you, to winning with you, to really doing shit with you. Get your people up. Like, nourish those people. Tend to that group. Tend to those people who want to see you do better, because you want to see them do better. So therefore, all of us are doing better. You know, remember, the blades is air sign. That's swift action. That sometimes offense, sometimes defense. And in this number, it's a defense mechanism. We're defending ourselves against outside forces who want to see us be pulled down. As the 8 of water in the Orisha deck was showing you, don't allow yourself to be pulled by outside forces. It's a big ship being sailed by a lot of people, not just you. You cannot do it alone. So when you do it with a group of like-minded individuals and people, then you got your crew together. Your crew is steady, your crew is strong, and you know, it's not just you against the world. It's you and your crew against everything that the world has to try and tear you down rather than build you up. Yeah? That was a great divine message. I am loving these messages we're getting from Spirit, and Spirit is literally supplying all of our answers. All of our concerns should be like wiped away, or at least headed in that direction, right? But yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click like, click the bell button so you can get subscriptions and notifications from me without any hesitation from the algorithms. Like my Instagram, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. You can see all my other works and tarot readings that I don't just put out, and you can subscribe to help support my business and get some free benefits on the side with it, you know. But let me know what you think. Let me know if this tarot forecast resonated with you, and I look forward to hearing from what you all have to say. Spirit brought you here for a reason. I'm glad that you followed its direction. I love you all. Ashe. Ashe to the ancestors known and unknown for being here with open mind, open heart, and open spirit. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all stay tuned. Bye.